and welcome to Move with Naomi. This is a slow flow class, kind of tailored to someone who's either on their period or if you're really experiencing a lot of pain today but you just want to move your body. I'm going to recommend you have a big fat glass of water next to you. Take a sip now. Start the recovery process. I'm also going to recommend you have a couple things. If you have a knee pad or a blanket that you can bring into this class to put under your knees and any time that we have our knees down. Blocks are always recommended. I'm specifically taking out a pillow because I have a bolster, but I want to show that you can just use a pillow. I want you to have a pillow of some kind. And I want you to, if you have a heated blanket or even just a regular blanket, grab that for today's practice. We're going to be starting slow. We want to warm our body up. We want to make sure that we're giving ourselves everything that we can. You don't have to push yourself in any way today. Just because you're doing yoga, you're benefiting your body. You don't have to do anything stressful, anything that's going to put strain on you today. I know it's already hard enough sometimes, so do this with as much grace and as much assistance as you can. Props are so good, so helpful. And again, if you don't have a knee pad, you can always just grab a blanket and use it as it. You could just use your blanket that way as a knee pad later on. We're going to start on our backs, and I want you to put your mat against a wall today so you can put your legs right up the wall. So we're going to take our blanket with us, and we're going to stick our legs right up the wall. Yeah. And then wrap your blanket around you. Hopefully this is a heated or nice and cozy blanket for you. Just wrapping it around your stomach, maybe even tucking your arms underneath. And just take a couple big breaths in and out. Do it again, fill up and empty. Allow your lower back to settle into your mat here and clear your mind. And I know sometimes it's hard to even think about moving when you're experiencing period pain or any kind of chronic pain. So we'll just do another breath in and out. And then I just want you to tuck your knees into your chest here. Give yourself a hug, so taking your arms out of your blanket a little, but still leaving the blanket on you, still finding warmth here. And then start to rock side to side just a little bit. Slow and steady. Only as far as you want to move. And only as fast. And then I want you to roll onto your side for a fetal position. So your knees are tucked into your chest and you're just laying down, one cheek on a mat. Take a big breath in and empty. And then make your way into child's pose. I want you to grab your pillow and still use your blanket here. Your blanket can be on top of you if you want. You want to touch your big toes together. Sink back into your hips, taking them as wide as you want. And then take your pillow underneath your body. Just rest one cheek onto your pillow. And if you want to take your blanket onto your back and your toes just to cover up, just to make yourself feel a little extra cozy here. And then settle in. Child's pose can be so beneficial to your body. It stretches out your hips and your lower back, and it helps to calm your nervous system. Now I just want you to switch sides. So if you had your right cheek down, drop your left cheek down. And then bring your forehead to the pillow. Walk your fingertips out just a little further. And then walk your hands over to the right side. Let your left hand come on top of your right and take a big breath in. And on the exhale, sink back into your right hip. And then walk your fingertips across your mat. You're going to do it on the other side. Your right hand comes on top of left. Big breath in, fill up. And on the exhale, sink back into your left hip. Come back through center. And I want you to remove the pillow now. Just placing it off to the side, somewhere to grab easily next time, and take your forehead down to your mat. Start to roll your forehead side to side. Letting your shoulders drop in on each side, bringing your torso into it. And then take yourself up to a puppy pose. So you're gonna have your palms down on the mat. You're gonna have your forearms down on the mat. So you can remove or keep your blanket here, but you're gonna have your hips right over your knees. And you're just gonna walk your hands out in front of you, taking your chin or your forehead down. Feeling a stretch in your shoulders here, breathe in and out. And then coming up to a tabletop, so walking your forearms in, going so slow, and then bringing it up to your palms. We're gonna start just rocking side to side, so take your fingertips out to the side walls. Ooh. And then you're gonna switch your fingertips around to face your knees and rock back and forth. And I want you to sit all the way back to your heels. And then when you rock forward, go a little past your wrists. Nice and slow, whatever pace fits your needs today. Now we're gonna take some cats and cows, so bring your fingertips back to the front of the room. Take a little bend in your elbows as you look up. And then exhale, round your spine. Inhale, belly drops, gaze lifts. And exhale, round it out. This time coming up onto your fingertips, making yourself nice and high. And then come back to your neutral tabletop. You're gonna start to figure eight your hips, so just swishing your hips behind you. And coming back to your neutral tabletop, you're gonna reach your right arm up high to the sky, breathe in, and then thread it underneath your other arm. You're gonna take your left hand to the small of your back, big breath in, and empty. If you wanna bring your blanket back in here, just as you breathe, just as you rest. Feeling a little pressure and warmth. And then coming back to your neutral tabletop. We're gonna do it on the other side. So take a big breath in, left arm reaches high, and then thread it under. Right hand comes to the small of your back, breathe in, and empty. And then make your way out. We're gonna come back to our child's pose. So making sure the blanket is covering your toes. You're gonna sit back into your hips. Big toes together, fingertips walk out in front of you. Breathe in and empty. And come back to your neutral tabletop. You're gonna take your right leg out in front of you, keeping your left leg back. You can grab your blanket or your knee pad to place under your back knee. You wanna have 2 blocks underneath your elbows. We're taking lizard lunge. So your front leg here is directly, your knees directly over your ankle, and your back leg straight back, pointed to the wall. But you have your blanket over you, you have your knee pad behind you, your hands come down or your elbows come down, softening in, settling here, just letting your body rest, opening up your hips. Just breathe. And I want you to think of how you can soften here. I know if there's tension or strain, it's a hard ask, but I want you to soften. I want you to peel your tongue off the roof of your mouth. I want you to ungrip your fingertips if they're clenched together. I want you to think about the setting of your blocks. If you can drop in a little lower, helping you to put some strain out of mind. Just breathe. And I want you to take a quad stretch. So you're going to keep a block under your front hand. Your opposite hand goes to opposite foot. So right hand goes back to left foot. You're just going to peel your heart back so your shoulder drops behind you and your gaze lifts. Big breath in. Out. And then we're going to come into a half split. So that's just extending your front leg forward. Keeping blocks underneath your hands today if that serves you, or reaching to your toes and maybe peeling them towards your face. So keeping your hips right over your back knee, just feeling that stretch. And then we're gonna roll into a half pigeon. So you're gonna heel toe your front foot across your mat, utilizing a block or a pillow under your front hip. I'm going to use my block. I just like that height, bringing the ground a little closer to you. And then you can bring your pillow in or your blocks in front of your arms. And I want you to just rest, just settle. Breathing in and out. Again, looking for ways to soften, maybe sending your breath wherever you feel tension or strain. And then slowly make your way out. You're going to meet back in a tabletop. And if you're able to keep the blanket on this whole time, great. If not, grab your blanket, put it back onto your back. And then you're gonna step your left leg through, set yourself up for lizard lunge on this side. So you can have a knee pad in your back knee, maybe a pillow, something to cushion it up a little. And then you're gonna take your left leg to the top left corner of your mat, knee over ankle, and soften, making sure your blanket is covering you up wherever you need warmth. And then come down to your blocks, your support system, and breathe. Whenever I settle into lizard lunge, I always start on the highest block setting. And then once I'm there for a moment, once my body adjusts, I'll take the level down a little. It's up to you if you want to make those adjustments, but I just want you to think about softening, checking in with yourself. How can you bring in a little more softness? Can you walk your front foot up just a little bit? Maybe you roll onto the side of your front foot. opening up your hip in a different way, bringing in softness that way. Maybe you can release your jaw or your eyebrows here. Big breath in and empty. And then we're going to take a quad stretch. So keeping your front hand, your right hand on a block here, take your left hand to your right foot. Peel your shoulder back, breathe in and out. Looking up to the sky, let your neck drop back behind you. Breathe in and out. And then you're going to take a half split. So just having your hips right over your back knee, reach towards your front foot here, peel your toes towards your face, or even just keep your hands on those blocks. If you're feeling a stretch right here, you don't have to push it. Do what your body's calling for. One more big breath. Empty it. And then we're going to heel toe our front foot across our mat for half pigeon. Placing a block or a pillow underneath your front hip, bring the ground just a little closer to you, allowing you to get your shin parallel with the top of your mat as best you can. And that's, not all bodies are able to do that, so it doesn't have to look just like mine. Mine's not perfectly parallel, and it doesn't have to look like anyone you've seen. It can be whatever your body's able to do, and you don't have to put any additional pressure into your mind on that. Take a big breath in, empty, and allow yourself to soften in, to settle however it feels right. Maybe you can take your head down to your block, your hands down to your mat. And maybe you just joined today because you wanted a slower class, but maybe you joined because you were experiencing pain in some way and felt like you had to move your body even though everything is telling you not to. And I just want you to be proud of yourself either way. Proud of yourself that you rolled out your mat. Proud of yourself that you are doing what's best for your body, even when it's hard. And then we're gonna make our way to our back. We're gonna take a supported bridge. So what I want you to do is utilize your props here. You're gonna take a block, and it can go to its highest setting or its medium setting, but I think that most people can get it up to its highest setting after their initial set. So you might put it in its medium setting and then try to roll it up. You can take your blanket over your hips. I'll do that afterwards so I can show you the bridge, but you're gonna take your heels as close to your glutes as you can. Scoot yourself up, roll down, and you're gonna pick your hips up, pressing high to the sky. Slide your block underneath your lower back, right above your glutes. You can stop here, you can just rest on the block, or you can roll it up to its highest setting. Maybe that requires going onto your toes for a second and then letting yourself settle in. I want you to take your blanket, if you didn't have it on you already, just laying it across your body and settling. Take a big breath in and out. We're just gonna stay here for 2 more breaths in, so breathe in and out. Last one, big breath. And on the exhale, slowly removing your block. Supta Konasana. So you're going to take the palms of your feet together, lay your blanket over your hips. You can take blocks underneath both knees if you want, just to add a little support, blocks or pillows. And then I want you to take one hand on your stomach and one hand on your heart and just rest. You can adjust your blanket so that it covers your arms and your shoulders. You're here. It's just you and your mat today. Push away any thoughts, any timetables. And now we're going to take a spinal twist. So I want you to move your blanket up so that it's not wrapped over your knees anymore. Moving your blocks in your bolster, moving your props out of the way. You're going to hug your knees into your chest, big squeeze. And then send your left leg long, keep your right leg in. Before peeling it over your body, you're going to peel it out to the side. One breath in, and then cross it over your body for a spinal twist. You're glancing off over your right shoulder. You can extend your right fingertips long, or you can cactus your right arm out, letting your elbow hit the mat. Big breath in, empty. And then we're going to take our left leg in, send our right leg long, squeezing for a second, and then peeling it open to the left side. Breathe in. Use the exhale to cross it over your body for spinal twist. Extend your left arm long to the side, glance over your left shoulder. And then try cactusing out your left arm. So bend your elbow, your fingertips up past your face. Breathe in and out. Coming back through center, just hug your knees into your chest. Option to take a happy baby, option to stay right where you are. So if you want to take happy baby, placing your hands on the outsides of your feet and pressing your lower back into the mat. Really thinking about pressing in, no need to rock. Just be here with yourself in stillness. And then take your feet together. Bring your legs back down for Supta Baddha Konasana and settle. We're going to sit up for one more stretch. I want you to fold over your body. You're just reaching for your toes. And then we're almost done. We'll go to Shavasana after this. So stretch your toes to your face here. Breathe in and out. You're going to hinge forward. So you don't want to round your spine like this. You want to be sitting up straight, hinge forward, just as far as your body allows you to do without rounding your spine behind. Breathe in and out. And then take it back for Shavasana. I like to take blocks underneath both my ankles. It helps me to relieve pain in my lower back, which I often feel in Shavasana. So I want to recommend that to you. I want to recommend that you take your blanket, you cover your body as much as you want or can, and then take the pillow behind your head if you want it, and just settle in. Please stay as long as feels beneficial to you, as long as you're able to today. I know you have a busy day. I know you took this time to give your body something extra. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next time. If you have any comments, any questions, Anything you want to know, please reach out. I'd love to do more videos of any kind for you. Take care.